Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Bookish Artist Mandy here, and I am finally starting with how I use my fountain pens that I have around here. I have a few that I'm using today. Those are the ones that I'm using today, along with this one. I think those are the four that I'm using. This one has the Diamine Forever ink in it. I actually mixed this one. This is Butterscotch and Skyline, and it is a beautiful, beautiful dark green. I am playing with that. I am going to do another video on Diamine Forever where I'm mixing them, so you can kind of see what I get, because I'm experimenting. I've also got my coffee here, or actually my cream with a little bit of coffee. I always say that. This is my current solo RPG setup. So actually not really. So what I am doing, and you'll see that in May, I am getting ready to transfer it into something a little bit different. Right now I play 4 games. I play Kurico. I play Fox Curio's Floating Bookshop. I think that's what it's called. I play one called Colossal, and I play one called Bramble Trek. So they all actually are housed in their own specific places, and I want to, in the next couple weeks, go through each game as I'm kind of like looking at, do I still like this game that I'm playing, or do I want to start over, or what? And this one, the reason I'm doing this one first is because of a little piece that I want to add to it that I just got. So I really like solos because you can journal. I love using my stationery, that kind of stuff, whatnot. But also I like to play games. Okay, so this is a Scribbles That Matter case. I love this case because I can take it on the go. And I have all the colors that I've been using for my specific like highlighters, and I do sometimes have pens and pencils in here, and like I can take this if I want to do just one solo. So then I can take this, and I can take this, as I'm throwing, funny enough, these are my bookmarks that I won a contest here in my city. The library had a contest for bookmarks, and I got mine. Mine was first place, and I got mine printed. So I have a few bookmarks that they gave me. My prize was was 100 of my bookmarks printed. Then they had them for the library patrons. I never got to see them in person because I was so busy. It was during a teaching time, and so I didn't get to see them, but I do have a few that I've kept. I've just am really proud of myself. It was getting the bookmarks printed, so I got 100 of them and a diamond painting and my bookmarks printed for the whole city. It just feels really cool. But yeah, it's my little, this is one of my characters. She is a hot cocoa cup, kind of Cuphead type girl. Anyway, that fell out of my Kurico. But okay, so Kurico is No Moo, and then Kurico has a bookmark too. So this is the book that has all of the like how to play and everything and the prompts. And I really like that because I do love the going back to what I was saying when I kind of got sidetracked. I love journaling RPGs because it gets me in my journal, and it actually has really sparked more journals. So you need, like, you'd have your notebook. I don't think you need this, as I've found. I don't need this, but I do like this Scribbles That Matter. If you love A5s, this is a great travel case. You have a lot of space. I could even fit my Kindle here. I have before. You can put, like, on the back, you can do your watercolor. You can throw pencils and washi tape. It is a fantastic, and it has fantastic case. It has these straps. So it has a strap that you can make it into a purse. I just, I found that I don't take it with me for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's just because I want my purse. I want an actual purse where I can shove this in a purse. And so I was putting this into a purse, and it just wasn't working. But, and then I have my dice. I 3D printed this. This is actually a card. This is a 3D printed, like, deck of cards printed. So I have a couple of these, but I put my dice. The only dice you need for this game are D6s, and you need like 20 or 30 of them. So there is this little set that I got on Amazon, because in this game you stack your dice, and it's just basically stacking them, kind of like Jenga. And if you stack them and they fall, then like negative outcomes happen. It's really a fun mechanic that is different from other games. And then this one uses tarot cards, and I managed to find this like really small set. Like this is the size of the card. They're mini. So you can use these. I had a Buffy the Vampire Slayer tarot set. And I love it. I still have it. It's just that I like this one for travel. However, for this game, the Dark Wood, Moo, you're not going out to get the rabbits. She wants to go get the rabbits. My other dog is, of course, downstairs because he just does that. He's old and just doesn't care, but she wants to get the rabbits. Okay, so yeah, I like these Dark Wood ones for a Dark Academia game, but I kind of like more of a happy feeling, because this game, Kurico, A Magical Year, is actually based on Kiki's Delivery Service. So you are going on your year of your magical journey. And so there is an end to this game. I am actually on, what am I on? I'm on season 2, I think, or chapter 2, but it has all of the things you need in here. It really, really is just everything you need, and the art is just so cute. So you depart and whatnot. I'm not going to go crazy into the game because I want to support these indie authors. Like Jack Harrison is an indie. He worked really hard. The Kickstarter, Mousehole Press is his press. It is so beautiful. This is just, I just love this. So I don't want to like go into all of the book, because I want people to buy the book if you're interested. This is a piece, and this piece in this book, in the Scribble That Matters. I love this thing. It attaches to your book, and you can pull it out. And this is my Stalogy. This is my one of my Stalogy. I have 2 Stalogies, but I'm going to pull it out so I can kind of go through how I have this set up. And this, I have since changed how I set up other games, but that's because I think this game needs this setup. I think as you're going through games, like you need different setups. And so that's, yeah, the different setups is why I want to have different journals, but I want to do it in a different way than what I'm doing. But this is, so I made these, I also made these tabs. One is out of washi tape, and then I think I printed the red, or like printed these and then taped them in. But so I'm playing with my friend, and we both created our characters. We get together like once a month to play solo RPGs. So we haven't played this one in a while, but you have things that happen. So I love to play with my pens in different ways and use different colors in these. So this is actually Kiri-sama in a broad nib, and then I have different colors. I think that one's Kosumosu, because I was going through a Kosumosu phase, and I can't remember what these 2 are, but I've started to write it down so I know. And these are all the different things that have happened. So this is like almost like your index of like, you have these powers. And so I have it set up. Now I get really, really like nerdy when it comes to note taking. You don't, like, if you're playing solo RPGs, you don't have to be this nerdy and like copying things down. I just like to, because I think it looks really fun in my, and then I can look back and be like, okay, so we did our setting together, my friend and I. We talked it out, and we picked out our setting was, they have different prompts, and we have found in every city is a prismatic vaulted dome, an emerald tiled guild hall on a vast covered bazaar. So we picked these together, and only found in the wild, the last great beasts, remnants of the old empire, fungal overgrowth. I picked that one because I just love the idea of taking some of these and drawing some giant mushrooms. And then lost to mystery and legend, the language of the nomads. Their monoliths are inscrutable. gods that walked among us, we walk alone now. These are prompts, and there are tons of prompts in the book that you can pick through to build your village, to build these things. And so we had, you have a setting, you have a village, you have a mentor, and we picked Rowan, and they're a cheerful bumpkin with a tranquil soul and a thoughtful advisor. And Rowan is sending us off on our year-long sojourn to another city, just like in Kiki's Delivery Service. Kurico is Kiki's Delivery Service in a game that you can play by yourself. So then I had, my name is Umbra Zephyr, and it meant ghost it meant like Umbra was ghost shadow, west wind. I just really like to look things up and pick names, and you pick out your, they have prompts of physical attributes. So I write all this stuff down. And then this is my friend was Hazel. She has glasses, tight curls, a prominent birthmark, a bright yellow dress, herringbone coat, and pointy shoes. And then she has a glass jar with a fallen star inside and a sassy mini Highland cow named Hilda. And my familiar was a black-nosed sheep named Zelda, and she is also sassy. Like, so we did these things together, and what happens is then you draw cards, and then you journal. So, like, this is what happened. I journal a lot. My friend doesn't journal this much. Like, she will have, like, half of what I have, which is just fine. This is what's so great about solo RPGs, is that you can play them on your own, and that you don't have to follow the rules if you don't want to, but there aren't really like super set rules unless you really want to follow it to a T. If you don't like something, like say I were to draw a tarot card, and I went and looked at it, I don't like it, I don't have to. So this was the beginning, and it's how we're leaving. So this is like the beginning of the game, you're setting up the game. This was our first thing, and we did this all together. And then we drew our cards, and it tells you, walks you through all the cards and how I arrived in my city. And I love looking back at this. And so then you're playing the game, and they have this thing set up in it. There's lots of printables, but the idea here, and especially I feel like if you're on my channel, watching my channel, is that I want this in a journal. I want to be able to journal it, and I want to be able to have fun drawings. I have, and this, I wrote a letter to Rowan, who is my mentor. And then what I love about playing Kurico with another person is you're playing the game by yourself. You do your season, and these are the people. So the way that Kurico has it, you meet the people, and they have a little bit of information about them, but then you come up with who they are. Like this is what you get. You're working for the sun. The sun is optimistic, faithful, benevolent, and above all, a pretty big deal. What are you helping them with? You really want to impress them, but you're feeling flustered and distracted. Why? How do you mess things up? And so then they have different things that you can draw. So I drew shattered ceramic, words unsaid, messy explosion. And then it was, they are very cool about your mistake. How do they help you to reflect with kindness? You ace the job in the end, and they offer an invitation to come back anytime. So then I came up with who the sun is using this. So my son is Ravi, and they have a community gallery. They have glowing skin and intense gaze, and they do have these things. They have even ideas for names. I think I went with my own though. And the style is tailor suit with leather brogues. I found this on Canva, and I printed it out to put in here. Sometimes I draw, sometimes I just put stickers, or if I have a really good sticker, I will put it in here. And I have a whole really good sticker set that I plan on using for this. And now that I'm looking through this, I'm like, oh, I want to play again. And so then I came up with what happened, and then it will tell you what to do next. And so we did that, and then I did my next meet and my next meet. And I like to just do different colors so I can kind of see where my thought process is. And so then I can see like all the different things. So this is how I do these things. And as people are like, how do you have 20, 30 pens inked at a time. This is why. This kind of stuff. This is how my journals look. This is how my notes look. This is everything. And I am trying to make it a little less because I haven't been doing this as much, but I have space for more of the Emperor because I met the Emperor, and I have space more for they're called the lovers, and I made up their names, but I left space because as you go on, your relationships with these people will expand. So I left space for these because I am now living with them. And then here's spring. So it's seasons. And so I'm actually working on spring right now. And I haven't finished. So obviously, like, there's changes even from spring to like the beginning. My arrival, like, they look different already, but I'm using washi tape and I'm using different stickers. It's a lot of fun, and that's where I'm at right now. And so what I have found is that I love to do these journaling RPGs, but this one especially is so cool because I'm going to show you the really cool thing. This one is really special because I take it home and I can play it by myself. And then at the end of the season, when you've done it all, you write your friend a letter. And so this is my letter from my friend. She used vellum paper and she used her dip pen, which is really cool. And she wrote me a letter about what she did for the first season. And so I wrote her a letter, and so then she has it, and I love this. So I am going to put this into my spring. I'm gonna build a little envelope, or like a little envelope intro in there, and then put this into spring. So this is why this is so much fun, is because you can do it. You don't have to. Like, I could just be playing this. I could just be playing this by myself, but I chose to do it with a friend. You could also do it as like one of those things where you play a level, or you play a season with a friend online, and then you guys mail each other like Happy Mail. And I would like, honestly, if there's somebody who wants to do that, who's watching this video, I would love to. If you want to play Kurico, I would love to. But that is my setup for Kurico. And I don't want to, I decided for this little series, I'm gonna call this How I Use My Journal Solo RPGs, and I'm gonna do like one at a time and like really get into how it works, and or how I play it. And so that's kind of what it is. You need your notebook, and you don't need as much as I do. You could just use one pen. Like, you don't have to even use a fountain pen. You can use a pencil or like a scrap paper. I know people who do it on their computers or their phones. You don't have to do things like this, so the way that I do it. But I love, and I think that if you're watching my channel, you gotta love journaling too. I love finding new ways to use journals. The one thing that has gotten for me is that I love to swap games and jump between games, and like it's like jumping between games and between worlds. And so now I have like 6 notebooks that if I want to play 2 games, or if I don't know what I'm feeling about a game, I have like 5 notebooks. And that's what happened with me when I went to the cities a couple of weeks ago. I had like 6 games with me, and I was like, nope, this isn't gonna work. So I have a solution. It will be coming. I'm waiting on a couple more parts to put it together, and then I'm gonna show everyone on here. So I will film that. But this is Kurico, and I just love this. So you can use this book is like all about, this is a game for 1 player designed for contemplative solo play. It's a bubbling cauldron of simple rules and writing prompts stirred together to produce the story of a teenage witch spending a year away from home in an unfamiliar city called Kurico. You don't need to have played a role-playing game before. This isn't much like most of them anyway. A passing familiarity with witches, urban exploration, and teenage drama is all the background you need. So that's why I think this one is so friendly for people who are starting out. And you don't have to buy the physical copy. I like having the physical copy because when I'm playing these games, I want off my device. I want off my phones. I want to be present with the books. So if I don't, in the next video, you'll see my alternative to this. I usually will print them and then put them in different places. But my friend and I bought the if you want to play it with two, the duo game. And so there is just a lot of really cool ways to set this up. And it walks you through it. It tells you what to do. And so you just play the game, and it tells you how to set up the game. It tells you exactly how to set up your journal. So that's why I have my index, is because it tells you to do that. Like, it walks you through. This is one of those games that I feel like if you've never played a game, like, this is the perfect place to start, especially if you love Studio Ghibli and Kiki's Delivery Service, because it feels very much so like that. So now I want to talk about what got me the other day as I was scrolling Instagram. Of course, the targeted ads got me, and I just got my letter of acceptance to Grimbriar Academy of Magic, and I have decided to journal. I may move this into a different journal, but these are the stickers, the washi tape and stickers that I think are perfect for Kurico. But I also am like, I was thinking last night, so this is my Academy of Magic. This is a little subscription where you get like little like stories and things. And I thought it would be really great for my journaling and fun. But I have been remotely accepted into Grimbriar Academy of Magic, an achievement sought by many. And so, like, they send this out. This is a little subscription service, and I thought this was just too cute because I have been assigned a preceptor for my studies, and I will get a monthly little, like, note card package with a trading card and a couple other things. So as I get them, I will share them on my channel. But I loved this is what hit me. So it's like, Miss Penbuckle's tutelage often focuses on illustrated materials, recounted expeditions, and various inserts for your perusal. This is a fast-paced education, and I expect Miss Penbuckle will forego introductions and jump right in. And this is what got me here. We encourage active participation and independent study here at Grimbriar, and suggest all students have an appropriate instrument of magic, such as a wand or a staff. Please refer to the decree of good intent on the reverse side of this letter before beginning your studies. We foresee great things for you, dear student. So I have decided to take my Kurico and add this into it because I think it will be really fun. So my sojourn is to learn magic. Well, now I just got accepted remotely to Grimbriar. So like when I get my Grimbriar stuff, I'm going to like add in this. And so I wrote a little journal entry about being accepted as a character. Like, it's not me, but it's in my regular journal. So I think what I want to do is, because this is in my regular journal that I just set up a couple days ago. So I think I'm going to keep this part in here, but I am going to move, I may move this part into another journal. I thought about cutting this out, but then I already journaled today, so that's not going to work. But that's a piece that I'm really excited about. And like what I love so much about all this journaling and stationery love and love for my fountain pens is it has opened up this crazily creative world, because I don't think I would have subscribed to something like this in the past. Like, it's so cute. It reminds me of growing up and wanting to be part of a witching school. And so now I'm like, oh, I'm living my best dreams in my fantasy, and I get to like look back on this stuff. And so I'm really enjoying it, because this one is a magical girl. I have one where, so Bramble Trek, I am a little tiny mouse person that's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm trying to find the whispers in the wind. and just kind of like running and battling. Colossal, I am a character who has this like little rook guy following me. And then in Fox Curio, I'm running a bookshop. So these are like, the sky is the limit when it comes to these solo RPGs, and they are so much fun. And I prefer, there are tons of different types out there. You could get really bogged down. There are videos here on YouTube, some really great people. Geek Gamers, I believe, is her name, but she runs and she shows solos, and like, I'm really just starting to like dip my toes in, so I'm not an expert by any means, but it has made me more creative, and it's one of the reasons why I got back into journaling. Like, I really think part of like the journaling is that I keep it up because this has opened up so much of my imagination, and I'm doing it with my son too. Like, he's playing a round of Bramble Trek with me where we are trying to find a medicine that is being held by a dragon. That's like what we drew. And that one, Bramble Trek, takes playing cards. I don't think there's any dice or anything else. It's just a deck of 52 playing cards. That's why I like these so much, is that like they're like, here's what you need. You need your journal, you need a pen, you need the book, and you need like tarot cards and dice, or just like a dice, or there's so many different things. And so it's just a lot of fun. I get a little bit overwhelmed with some of the games where it's just like, here's the prompt, but you have to come up with everything. Where this is, the Kurico is very much so like, here's what you have, here's a few prompts. Jack Harrison worked really hard on this one to make it super simple to just really become your character. So that is my intro into solo RPGing. I will have more videos. This is just the first one. I just wanted to just go back to this and just show you really quick just how much fun I have been having with it. Loving all the colors that I use. I've switched colors so many times. I could not tell you what some of these are. Like, I know this is Ajisai. I know this right here is Wearing Ghoul's Nightingale and the Rose, but some of these, I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know. I think this right here might be Aurora Borealis. Not positive. I know that this is Kirisama, because I was using it again to try to decide if I wanted to get any more than what I have. So I put it in 2 pens, put it in a smaller nibbed pen, and I put it in a larger nib to be like, do I really like this? And I ended up buying an extra bottle or 2 before it was sold out everywhere, because I do like it. I think it's a really great color. But now, I don't know. And I do know this one right here is my love forever, which is Blue-Eyed Mary by Roar and Klingner. So yeah, love that one. Okay, so that is that. Let me know if you have any questions. I think the next one, because it's the one that I've played the most, will be on Fox Curio. I have picked that one back up. I even just played around yesterday, and I really like that one. So that will be my next one. I'm going to try to leave as many links to the places that I got. Like, I got my tarot cards and I got my Kurico from, like this actual book, and where you can get it like e-copy, because you can get a PDF. You could start playing today. If this really piques your fancy, you could play this today. And I think there's even, I think they even have a website tarot card thing that you can do. You just need like small components. Like, and if you don't have dice, you can find like even just little blocks to stack. And like, you can stack, because it wants you to stack up to like 25 or whatever. And if you stack that high and you have it and it doesn't fall over, you get like this really great reward for your character. But it's one of those like pieces where I'm like, I don't want to be out in public, because I take these to like shops. I don't want to be out in public with a big giant stack of dice. So it's one of those like deterrents for me to take this places so far. But I don't know. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you solo RPG. Let me know if you want to after this video. Just let me know anything. And if you don't really want if you don't really have anything to add or any questions or any comments, go ahead and leave me just a little witch emoji so I know that you watched the video. I really appreciate you here. This was just been one that people have asked about. I wanted to share. I am really happy with how this looks so far. I really love doing this, and it's something that has just definitely opened up my imagination and my journaling practice, but it's also really brought me closer to a friend. So it's one of those things where we meet, we talk about how we're setting it up. If we have questions about the game and how it oh, I don't understand this rule. Do you understand this rule? Yeah, I think it's what this is. And then we kind of like throw ideas at each other, and then we go home and we journal. So it's or we'll take time at the end and catch up. We catch up and we journal, and it's a lot of fun. So anyway, that's this. Thank you so much for being here today, and I hope you have a great day playing with your pens or journaling. Bye now.